I've made a pledge this year that I'm going to do a better job of keeping my pond bank cleaned up and mowed. I've got several mowers now that can do that job and can do it well, so I have no excuse. Well, I had no excuse last year, but I still didn't do it. Today we've got this Hardee Brush Tiger mower. We'll see if it does the job for us. Let's get started. Not very good conditions for a mower to work. It's not a gradual slope there. It's a steep bank and then and a rough terrain for me to drive on here. So I'll do some scalping, I imagine. Appreciate being able to mow this. I've got essentially a 90-degree drop off here. Mow it going forward. But with this mower, I have full control. I can tilt that thing however I want to tilt it. Yeah, that's cool right there. Now with a mower like this, there is some degree of a safety risk if you don't operate it properly. One way that you don't want to operate it is tilted downward. I'll illustrate it up when I'm not mowing something here. So if I pick the mower up, I don't want to tilt it down such that I can see the blade or even close to it like this. If I'm mowing like that, it could throw stuff in my face very easily. Okay? So I want to try to keep it flat or perhaps tilt it up just a little bit. Now I like this one because it uses the third function to control the height of that mower deck, the angle of that mower deck. The other two brands that I know of, neither of them have a hydraulic control for that. At least as far as I know. Not going to use this thing at high speed, but that's okay. It's competing with a weed eater, right? So go over those rocks right there. Jump right down there and get to that. That's nice. Now we're using a rear power pack to power this. So we're not depending on the tractor's hydraulics. First time I've ever had a rear power pack on this particular tractor. You've seen one on this channel before. Glenn, who visited us for the tower project one day, had a front mount mower and he had a rear power pack on his New Holland. This is the first time I've had one. Pretty easy to run this mower in the ground, as you just saw there. Again there. This is how not to do it. But I'm straddling. See, neither of the side skids are at the highest point there, and so easily run it in the ground in that situation. Now we're using the drone for a lot of this filming here because it's unpredictable how I'm going to have this thing angled and how it's going to encounter things, so I don't want Christy to have to take a lot of danger here. You know, a little danger's okay, but not a lot. No. I just don't, again, I've got so much control, and with that extra control, sometimes it's hard for me to put it exactly where I wanted to put it, and I might not be able to foresee a dangerous situation like I could with a more simplistic mower. I guess that's all the tilt I've got. I don't know, I thought I had more. I gotta go. This mower cuts really well from a cutting standpoint. Of course, I got brand new blades, but it's pretty hard to control the height, and so it's pretty easy to scalp, as I mentioned. So I don't think I would be using this for a lawnmower. Starting round number 2 here. So we'll be able to see just how close I can get. I probably won't be able to get a lot closer than this. In fact, on some of these areas where there's been some erosion into the pond here, a little bit dicey. Let's see how it goes. No problem. Lots of control. That's about as far out there as I can reach. Into the water. Later in the summer, I might be able to find my differential luck cap. Even then, I'm having some. Oh, I wasn't getting the dip lock all the way down. Really as close as I'm going to be able to get. This particular mower doesn't extend out to the right any further. In fact, it doesn't move left to the right at all. How wet it is down in here. I'm liable to get myself stuck. I'm going to go on through that pretty quick. Self-cleaning deck here in the water. A lot of you have been asking when we're going to get started on our pond cleanup, and I've been going to do that for 2 years, so it just doesn't get to the top of the priority list because we like to help other people out, and so I'm going to have to get to some of this work that we need to do. I don't think we'll probably start with the pond. I think we're going to start with making a swale over on that side of the property to help with some of the other drainage first. And I do think we're going to start that pretty soon. But I thought we were going to do it last year too. I'm trying to get all of these little yellow flowers down. If nothing else, I want to get those mowed off. Some of you are probably saying, what's wrong with the yellow flowers? They look pretty. some implement back here and smooth this off a little bit. But I have bigger plans in mind, so I guess I may just deal with it for the short term. Go ahead and see if I can reach those out there. I don't know if I can or not. Gouging in on this side. It's actually pretty good range. Something like this, you always want more range. It wouldn't matter how much you had, you always want more. And I'm pretty impressed with this. Getting better at it too. Rob thinks I'm already too good at it. I don't think I can reach those cattails right out there. The rest of the yellow flowers. Maybe I should be wearing my swim trunks, Christy.
I think so. Makes me nervous.
Well, I know this pond bank doesn't look perfect, but it looks a lot better than what it did the day we moved in. This mower is rated for 22 to 34 horsepower. So horsepower is not the issue. Tractor weight is. I doubt it's meant to be used on a 1025R or BX. You know us, we may try it. We've got our 1025R weighted down a lot more than most. But that's not what it's meant for. It's meant for a larger tractor. In fact, this 2038R here is perfect. It's exactly what this machine's rated for. I'm reaching out and getting a lot more of it than I thought I could, Christy.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Rocks right up there. I need to walk along here and get down in here and get those rocks thrown back in the pond. Rim guard in the rear tires here. So I've got some pretty good ballast assistance there. But it's still heavy on the right, no question. Wheel up. It's my wheel. No.
No, you want me to get on?
Didn't think I was going to get up out of that ledge. In fact, I don't think I can. So we're going to hook Christy onto it with the Gator here and see if A little bit of assistance will help. Beautiful.
I think the key to that was that you knew when you were in trouble and stopped.
Yeah. I could have made it a lot worse.
Yeah, if you'd have kept
And
trying.
I don't think I could have made it any better. I think if I'd have just kept working at it, I'd have been off in the pond somehow.
Probably, yeah.
As it is, I made some ruts there, so something to clean up later. Maybe we should talk just a minute or two about this mower. It mounts on a JDQA or a skid steer quick attach. The same exact bracket here has got both on, which I think is quite fascinating.
That's neat.
Again, it uses a power pack in the back. The cylinder is controlled by the third function. These hoses did not come with the unit for the third function. And so I just used some hoses I already had. It's not a specified length or anything. So anytime during this video, if you see these and you think, hey, they're too long or they should, okay, well, that's just the way it is. There are quick connects right here and at the back. So this center set of hoses is intended to be left on the tractor. It's not intended to be run on top of the floorboard here. It's intended to be run under the floorboard, you know, and take a little more time with it. I don't think I'm going to be using this mower all the time on the same tractor. So I decided I was just going to run them along here on the top because I want to try this on the LX3310. And who knows, maybe on somebody else's tractor too. So I didn't really want these mounted too permanently. Having said that, we did put a bracket on the back. It's got quick couplers on both sections, so you can leave that center set of hoses, the one that really needs to be mounted. That's how you would mount it on yours. I saw a couple other YouTube videos with this exact mower showing how they had run the hoses, and that would be a good thing to check out. I'm not sure the price of this mower, and given the way the economy is right now, any price I would state would probably be wrong anyway. I do like the idea that we've got a power pack that we can use for other things if we want. I believe I understood that it's 17 to 18 gallons per minute out of the power pack. Unfortunately, I don't know the capacity of the tank. It looks to me like it's less than 10 gallons based on size, but I don't really, you know, that's just a kind of a physical size estimate. I didn't measure it or anything more technical than that. I couldn't find any specs on the website. If I find some more specs on that, you'll see them right here. Let's take a little bit closer look back here at the back. This is one of the stands. There's two other stands that are more longer feet, and I just simply took those off. And I'm glad I did for the kind of situation I was in there in the pond. Here's something that I haven't shown you before. In fact, I just recently got these. This is Pat's Easy Change Hits. You've probably seen these elsewhere. They've been around for a long time, but this is the first ones I've ever seen in black. They actually offer them in 6 colors now. Pat's Easy Change. You can get them as cost effectively as I know anywhere. You can get these at trickmytractor.com. Use coupon code TTWT. I believe you get $15 off, and it makes them $175 there. I think that's about the cheapest you're going to get. There's no tax and no shipping. Unless you live in Kentucky, I think that's where it is. You have to pay sales tax, but no tax for most of us. And these are an alternative to a quick hitch. So we'll talk more about those later, but I just wanted you to see them. The black ones fit in a lot better with a Deere tractor. They make them in orange and green and, of course, gray, blue. How many is that? Probably all of them. This tank has a fan on the back side of it, okay? The oil gets hot. As we've run it here, it's hot, but I mean, can I hold my hand on that? Probably not. I can touch it, but I wouldn't want to hold my hand there. Christy has no sensitivity to heat. She could probably put her hand there the rest of the day. There's a weight bracket back here. It's in the center. I wish there was a way I could have the weight bracket over here, and it looks like this pipe here extends. I'm wondering if there may be an optional weight bracket here. I'm not certain about that, but that would be really nice for me if I could have some weights to put out here. That would help that side tipping feeling. I said something about a side tipping feeling in an earlier video, and it was totally taken out of context and totally overdone. I was trying to mention how when you have a mower out to your right side and when it was off the ground, it was feeling tipsy. As soon as I put that mower on the ground, I had no tipsy feeling whatsoever. So folks were talking about my loader being too high. That's another point too. But it wasn't an issue when I had the mower on the ground. And so the issue that I had was when I would lift the mower, of course, it's way out there and lift it. So let's talk a little bit about why I had the loader so high in that episode. When I would turn around backwards, my leg was hitting the loader joystick. The joystick lever goes all the way down to the floor before it turns and goes into the valve. So when I was turning around, the side of my knee was hitting the lever. And I would be turned around focused like this, and I would look forward and the loader was digging into the dirt. Okay, so after 2 or 3 times of doing that, I said, well, I'm going to get the loader up high enough so that hopefully I'll notice it before it gets that low again and it won't be digging in the dirt in front of me. And since I wasn't having any issue with tipsiness as long as the mower was down, it wasn't worrying me. So I really feel like that folks went off on something there in the comments section that wasn't directly related to what I was saying. But as I saw my own commentary, I realized I didn't explain it that well. So hopefully this helps with that explanation. As long as that flail mower is down, really you can lean the tractor a lot because that flail mower is going to hold you up. So I could probably lean it further than I could have with an empty tractor as long as I had that mower down. That was a tangent, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just a quick look here at the 35-inch cut. 2 blades, looks like any other brush mower you might see. Got mud in it, don't I? Folks, we'll use this mower some more. We're going to show it mowing along a brush line in a future episode, actually pretty soon coming up. Hopefully, you can see the versatility of this thing. It's not meant to mow your yard. It's not meant just to go out and mow a field. I don't think it's going to be very comfortable just to be a general field mower, but it's incredible at trimming. It'll mow way down as you saw in this video. Hopefully in the upcoming video, we'll see how it does mowing upward. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.